Hello fellow YouTubers and welcome to my Japanese grammar series. Today we will be discussing the Japanese grammar point かもしれません and its short form counterpart かもしれない. Now essentially かもしれません is the English equivalent of maybe, perhaps, and probably. Now before I go any further, I just want to mention that in Japanese, tabun and desho also mean maybe, perhaps, and probably. However, tabun and desho are both first-year Japanese concepts, and they also appear on the JOPTN 5 exam, whereas kamoshiremasen is a second-year Japanese concept, and it appears on the JOPTN 4 exam. Now, for the purpose of this video, my main focus will be to talk about kamoshiremasen, but I will occasionally be referring to desho as a reference point. Now, as I've already mentioned, かもしれません roughly translates into maybe or perhaps. So, in other words, when you use this grammar point, you're not 100% sure if something is fact or fiction, but you're willing to make an assumption based on what you already know. So, let's make an example sentence here. 明日は雨が降るかもしれません. It might rain tomorrow. Now, you're not 100% sure if it'll rain tomorrow or not, but based on pattern recognition of gray skies and the fact that it hasn't rained in a while, you believe that there's a 50-50% chance that it might rain tomorrow. And so, for this situation, you can use かもしれません to try and predict this future event. Sometimes in Japanese weather forecast reports, you'll often notice that the Japanese weather lady likes to use desho instead of かもしれません. And this is because desho has a higher inclination of possibility compared to かもしれません. So for example, you might often hear something like 明日は雨が降るでしょう. It will most likely rain tomorrow. In this situation, we're talking about an 80 to 90% chance of rain. Now, one thing to notice here is that both desho and かもしれません both come after the short form of any given predicate. In this case, 雨が降る, to rain. Now, かもしれません is kind of formal, but if you want to be less formal, you can use the short form, かもしれない. So let's say, for example, that you're supposed to rendezvous with a special date outside of the mall and then head over to a nearby restaurant for lunch. Suddenly, you start to realize that 35 minutes have gone by and your date is nowhere to be seen. And then you start to notice that you might actually be waiting on the wrong side of the mall. And so you say to yourself, 間違った場所にいるかもしれない. I might be at the wrong location. So you're at the mall, but you're 50-50 on the location. Then you get a text from your date saying that they went home. Now what do? Well, you have a 50-50% chance of being able to reschedule for another day. And so you think to yourself, 別の日に予定を変更できるかもしれない. I might be able to reschedule for another day. Now, as a side note, I just really want to quickly mention the colloquial usage of かも. Now, かも is used much the same way as かもしれません and かもしれない, but when you use かも, it tends to give the sentence a softer feel. And this is because かも is used by the speaker in order to express his or her opinions in a subtle way. So let's go back to the example of the date that you were supposed to meet but ended up waiting at the wrong location. Now, you're going to have to call this person up in order to see if you can reschedule for another day. So the conversation could go something like this. すいません、私は間違った場所で待っていました。また別の日に予定を変更できますか? I'm sorry, I was waiting at the wrong location. Can I reschedule for another day? Now, at this point, your date might be feeling a little bit reluctant to give you another opportunity, especially because you waited at the wrong location on the first date. It's not a good look. So, let's say, for example, that they want to let you down easy. They might say something like, ちょっと難しいかも. It could be a little bit difficult. Or let's say that they do want to give you another chance to see what you're gonna do. So in that case, they could say something like, 明日なら空いているかも. I might be free tomorrow. So in this situation, they're not saying yes or no, but they're letting you know that this could probably be your last opportunity to make things right. So don't mess it up. So with that being said, this concludes my Japanese grammar video on かもしれません. I hope you guys really enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. So with that being said, until next time, はい、皆さん、頑張ってください。